Give me space to work.
What can I do?
You have done enough.
The sails are intact. We're moving.
Great. Just bear in mind this boat can only take us part of the way. Tyr's temple is near the top of a tremendous waterfall, which, sadly, we are downstream. That means even if we get there intact, we'd still need to sail up a waterfall somehow.
The Vanir built the greatest ship that ever was, and it can fly.
Skifbotnir? Yeah, because it was designed to fly. This was not.
Nevertheless, this is the boat we have. We make do.
Perhaps the biggest iceberg I've ever seen.
At least the fire's making heat. What now? Chopping it?
Give me another room.
So now the sails are loose?
Just watch.
You cut the sail? You're pulling the sails down? But how are they gonna catch the wind? We're floating! The heat from the fires! We're actually floating! And we're stuck.
Not for long. Stay with the boat.
Our ship's lodged on this bridge. Sure I can't help?
I said stay on the boat.
Staying on the boat. I did it! We're loose!
Wait for me there.
We need to talk, brother. You do realize it's over, don't you? Even if we make it back to Midgard, you and Baldur destroyed the only gate to Jotunheim. We are out of options. And that boy up there, he's in 9 kinds of pain. His head's turned so far around he...
Atreus is not your concern.
Well, he might become everyone's concern if you don't do something. You don't have to be the smartest man in the world to see that.
Atreus.
I can help?
Together now.
We did it! We're free! We are going to get out of here.
Grace me, Father. It is time to end this.
Yes, my son. It's time.
It's that voice again. You know who that is?
I do not know.
Iceberg! Outside!
Hold on!
Trying to put out the fire! Are you inside? I mean, starboard! The fire's out! Outside! Something's not good! Outside!
Harpoon! I will free us!
Now, Father!
Watch your back!
These doors up! We're free!
Ed, how long before we reach the temple?
Yeah, freezing.
As long as we maintain this speed and those fires don't go out, we should be there in no time, lad.
You're trying to put out the fire! Left hand side! I mean, north side! Fire staying lit.
Would you believe magic?
Or those blades.
To lose that harpoon. Behind you.
It is time, my son. Look around at what you have done.
Come on, we gotta go!
You saw.
There's no time, look!
That was your plan? You're both cracked!
We are leaving this realm. Now.
As long as we didn't wreck our way back. I think this is where Odin brought all his best clues about Jotunheim.
What's up, Beat?
She wants to create and have her own little entrepreneurial business.
This is Odin's. I'd recognize his atrocious taste anywhere.
Look at that! It's the missing panel about Tyr. Odin must have stolen it. But why?
He always has his reasons. Might I have a look? Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
I haven't the foggiest. Isn't that unexpected?
Head.
Look, clearly that's Tyr. Traveling somehow. Perhaps magically. But what's that to do with the giants that they should devote a shrine to it? I'm afraid that is none too clear.
What are those runes in the corners?
Not runes. Symbols from different lands. They mean...
War.
Aye.
How do you...
This one I know too well.
Oh.
His eyes. They are jewels. Like yours.
No doubt signifying the gift of sight the giants granted us. Give me a closer look. Interesting. Very interesting.
What is that?
Secret plans concealed by Tyr so none could access but him. And those few others the giants trusted. And right under Odin's nose, ho ho ho! I did promise I'd get you to Jotunheim.
What do you mean, Head? You said we were out of options.
Don't you see, brother? Odin never gave up hope, and neither should we. He knew there was a clue in here, but we're the ones who found it. These plans are for a key to some chamber Tyr's kept hidden. I don't know where it's leading or what we'll find, but it's a path.
How do we make this key?
I suggest we ask a dwarf.
That symbol on the temple door.
The
It's a bunch of
Egyptian
runes to
sign.
Peace,
No, wait.
unity, hope, other things too.
Tyr's
Hold
own
up.
design. He made this door
I gotta,
himself.
let me look at this carefully. I know that's the Omega symbol of war for the Greek world, but that's the Japanese Shinto rituals logo. The Eye of Horus, or the Eyes of Ra, and the Celtic symbol of... shit, I forgot that. More so, but Inquisition doesn't know when to quit, my dude. He just will not quit. I'm
Boy. Before... when you... saw...
I didn't see anything.
You did not see me with someone. An old man.
What old man? Can we go?
Yes.
Vesta, get out the closet.
Jonathan, I'm here.
Right, let's get back
But
to
why
Midgard
would
and
I
see
do
about
it?
making that key. Where's that dwarf?
Arrowhead. Why did you not tell us Baldur is the son of Freya?
He is! It's shocking every time I hear it, and yet obviously I know it. When I think about Baldur and Freya...
The mayor?
Yes, lad.
Freya.
How's that, Bubba?
Ed, tell me Baldur's vulnerability.
Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Wait, what is happening?
He is bewitched not to speak of what he knows.
I am? Oh, that's it precisely. I wonder how long that's been so. Since he had
Yeah,
the
me
head at her
and
mercy.
Jay talked it over yesterday, but fucking Inquisitor won't leave it alone.
Yes, lad.
You just said you figured out Baldur's weakness.
Did I?
Can you make it?
Is it a weapon? Armor? Or likewise an instrument of war, of which I'm a master at shaping? No? Then forget it. Even if I wanted to make such an insignificant gewgaw, I'm liable to chink my tools working on something so delicate and ladylike.
Then shingle it. Pattern weld the item with scap slag. Keep the layers thin. Alternate the overlay.
Okay, smart guy. And where do you propose to find a lump of quality?
For the most part, but it's like I said, Beat, that Inquisitor's still acting all uptight about it, and he's doesn't like the idea now.
Is that?
Which I told Jay, I give him this. I'm like, all it takes is a few seconds to sort things out.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's do this.
What? You're fine with working on something that's not a weapon?
Oh, hell, why not? What? I can grow too.
Watch the spine. Keep your wrist loose.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up. You gonna temper that steel longer?
I don't need to. I triple quenched it with Drago. See?
How inventive and sanitary. You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
No, it's not.
We did. No, we tried. We both tried, and he just like he deleted some threatening tweets because he had to, because he was getting reported. So it was just like we actually did what we could. So I'm just leaving him be.
No, quit your grinning. It's downright unsettling.
It's just nice to see you together. But now the rune on your brand looks different.
Price of reforging something what broke.
I knew it. You two love each other.
Oh, cut it out, Princess. You're gonna get me old.
Yes, it was.
I like the new one better. Don't you?
We have work to do.
No. Hey, look who's back up and about. Didn't I tell you it'd be fine?
Locate the mysterious door of
Just need to figure
Tyr.
out what door this key opens. It has to be somewhere around the temple. is this place?
Your guess is as good as mine, little brother.
The tree! We're underneath the realm travel room. But why is the floor on the ceiling?
Those realm doors seem to mirror the ones above.
Up there. Tyr used the same magic to protect the Black Room. The clean secret on the inside.
Huh. Right next to the Jotunheim building.
Interesting. Can we reach it?
Not from here.
Oh, of course it's canon. That means Kratos was the original space marine or ancient marine.
Well, one inner sanctum within another.
Those tapestries. Looks like more giant. Whatever Tyr did for them must have been big.
And if I remember correctly, is there something over here? No, it's just the way into the realm travel room. Okay.
Whoa, who are they?
The Hall of Tyr.
Boy, this is the room for Jotunheim.
That's right. And look, we're on the other side of the door.
The upside-down door.
What are you thinking?
Stand back.
Okay. It's moving!
What's moving?
Everything!
Extraordinary. The whole room is built on some kind of axle.
There's chains on both sides. Without those...
We can flip the temple.
All right!
What now?
Flip the temple.
Uh-oh. Things are happening. Okay. I don't think they're attacking. Want me to read this one?
Go on. Read.
Before...
Boy, on the statues.
I see them. It says void.
Ah, I was going to say void.
Now right.
Alpha.
Are you quite sure flipping the temple is the only way to reach them, whatever it is?
You said there would be a path. The temple can be flipped.
Therefore, we flip the temple. The logic is unassailable. Not sure what happens when we recklessly upend a room that's rooted to 8 other realms. I'm curious, of course, but it's a leap to imagine it gets us to Jotunheim.
I don't mind a lead.
Well, who knows? Perhaps you and Tyr are the same kind of mad.
Ah. Another panel. See, I like the collectibles, how they did them in this game. Where you can see it instead of going to the menus.
Another one.
It says his name is Bergelmir. I think Mother said he was the king of the giants.
Aye, that he was. And quite a bit more.
Looks like he had a lot of kids.
That, little brother, is what we call an understatement.
He's dead.
Belgamir the
Nobody
Beloved.
killed him.
Huh.
Giants die from old age?
They may.
Gone.
Oh.
With the death traps.
What's up, Dustin? Nothing's new, everything's solid. Just trying to do this environment puzzle so I can get us the fuck out of here. Whew!
I'd have thought, brother. Why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
And let you miss this? No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Kratos likes Mimir, he just can't admit it to himself. He's not used to having friends that are actually, you know, godly. Oh, you motherfucker.
Jay, we made it.
Time to do what you do, brother.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Dustin. Morning. Nothing like slaughtering Norse creatures for the morning.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language site. We should look for more like this.
The Niflheim piece. Oh shit, enemies coming through the...
I'm set.
The other chain waits.
those to make a good teamwork. The game. Oh, you damn right.
Listen, I was just yesterday I went over to Arbor's where
You see how good synchronization I am.
they got the housing is open for applications. You gotta apply online. Yep, it's just called Tampa Housing Authority. I'm just letting you know what it is.
Ah, it's the other kind. Variety is so important.
I fell for a trap.
Housing, because housing in Section 8 is totally different. But it's just nice to know that I will be welcome back over there, you know, like it's really nice to know that I left a good impression. They used to use my apartment as a model apartment for every tenant that came that was gonna get a place there. Yeah. Because I told Jay, my friend, he works there, he's like, yo, Jay, they tell me that I can get an apartment back, I want it right back.
Those two make you damn right.
I live on the first floor for nothing in the world. I don't give a fuck if I have to walk 2 flights of stairs. I don't, because I don't want to be under nobody.
Especially with what we're dealing with now.
What you doing, Mama?
I truly do hate this part.
I know.
You looking for makeup?
The fuck? Oh shit, that's right. Whew!
I can't believe we're so close.
Bitch!
I never doubted.
Right.
You away from the house already?
Another piece of the language cipher. Good. Leave them in peace.
Obviously not referring to us.
Shit!
I'm gonna cut it short.
time to flip the temple.
Yes, sir.
Let's just agree to stop saying flip the temple. It's starting to sound normal. Brothers, I know what I promised, but in case this doesn't work, just remember, Tyr had good cause to create these obstacles. He's kept Jotunheim out of Odin's reach, but the world is hardly at peace.
No, but it's got hope. We're all working together. We have unity. That's what the rune on the door to this place is telling us. We're on Tyr's side.
Lift with your legs, brother.
He knows.
Just trying to be helpful. Standing. On the day that brute force is the answer.
See that, Mimir? Nobody can do all this alone. All these obstacles. They're just chances to prove we're the ones who can beat them. We may argue. Me and Father, you and Freya, Brock and Sindri. But when we all work together, we do make a good team. And that's Tyr's test. That's why we're gonna make it to Jotunheim.
Do you hear that, brother? Lad found his equilibrium.
What's that mean?
You speak wisely, Atreus. And that is good to hear. Boy, your knife.
Well, what have we got?
Some sort of travel stone.
Let me see. Great Audumlazaras. That's the Unity Stone.
You know it.
I wasn't sure it existed. If Tyr possessed this, that explains how he could visit all the realms and other lands to boot.
He held this in the panel in Odin's library.
Yes. Yes, that's it. I understand now. It shows Tyr walking the realm between realms. You know how you must never stray from the path? Well, Tyr always followed his own path, if you catch my meaning.
The realm between realms.
You're saying Tyr's shrine showed him stepping off the branch of the World Tree. And you're thinking, to reach the secret path to Jotunheim, that's what you need to do?
I am.
Oh dear. That is what you're thinking, isn't it?
Got time for a favor?
What is it, dwarf?
There's this alchemist on Vari. Been working out in the Velander mines. You haven't heard from him in maybe, I don't know, 100 winters or so. Probably dead, but maybe you can find him. He's dwarfing like me. Wears a fancy green ring. Owes me a favor. You look?
If it is on our path.
Oh, I see how it is. Not a something-for-nothing type, are you? Fine. If you find Donvari, I'll make him whip you up something special. This entry stone here ought to get you inside those mines. So what'd you find out there?
if you're thinking about hurling us all into the void, I hope you're quite sure.
Wasn't it your idea? Find our own path, right?
Bollocks.
This is where Tyr stepped beyond, and the Unity Stone protected him. Ready?
Ready.
Well, if this is it, lads, it's been an honor.
Our faith head.
This is incredible!
Oh, how can I be so nauseous without a stomach?
Come on, that was great.
Look.
The tower. I knew there was something down here.
Amazing! How do you hide something that exists in all realms? Cast it out of any realm to the space between. Clever old Tyr.
Is Jotunheim on the other side?
Can't be that. It's not like you go through Vanaheim to reach the Midgard Peak.
But how do we use it?
I'd suggest we look inside, but stay alert. Tyr's little challenges are never as simple as they appear.
I have noticed.
Well, this is sparse.
The pedestal.
Oh no! It took the stone!
The tower. It's absorbing the stone's energy.
Something's happening! Is it moving? It's moving!
It knows what to do. The stone served its purpose. We're fulfilling Tyr's spell.
What happens now?
No idea, brother. But after that fall, I'm sure we're past the worst of it. Oh, no, this is considerably worse. That's over. Now, where are we?
Oh, looks like Alphon. Where do you think it's taking us next?
I do not know.
Oh no! We're back in hell?
Oh dear, here they come.
Here we go!
Right side, brother!
Surely that's enough of that.
Muspelheim! This one he said. On your left! Over and tool at the same time. Sure, that's fair.
Oh, I know. It's a good game, as always. What are you doing, Lillian?
So have you gotten compliment with the color of your hair?
I think it's over.
Aye.
Have you gotten compliment
Where
with
are
the
we?
color of your hair? Have you gotten compliments with the color of your hair?
Look! We're back in Midgard. There's the bridge. We did it. The tower's back where it belongs.
Now Tyr's travel room can take us to Jotunheim.
How did Tyr do this?
Odin suspected the giant secretly possessed some remnant of primordial Jotnar creative essence, the stuff all realms were made of. The Unity Stone must have been fashioned from that essence. To trust an outsider with it, even Tyr, tells you just how desperate they were.
Oh, Mr. Sun, Mr.
Jormungandr.
Shine your light
Tyr's braziers, a symbol of the light that binds all realms together.
Why would he use those strange runes, though?
Now you mention it, he wouldn't.
So how you doing? So how you doing with the door dashing?
I've been doing all right, you know what I'm saying? I think at night you need more money, but I always gotta get home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll start hitting real good, or if I got the kids with me and they be ready to go home, and I'm like, you know
So
what I mean?
what do you average a week, more or less? I mean, I'm not trying to be nosy, but
It only depends on how many days I go.
okay.
But like yesterday I made $60-something, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can make more if I stay longer. I'll be doing it in blocks. That'd be like a couple of hours.
Okay, so let's say you work us 36 hours every day.
It depends on what time, and if you're catching it in the hour that you need to be catching it in. It just all depends on that.
Yeah, it depends on the people.
So yeah, but you know, average about I guess an hour.
I don't know what we'll find when we get to Jotunheim, but we must cover our tracks. Odin's ravens will tell him of the tower's restoration, and we mustn't let our efforts be to his benefit.
Very well.
Oh, damn. Damn, and then the gas too, so yeah. Yeah. I know it did, because what, $3 over here now?
Yeah, that's why some orders I don't take.
Yeah.
If they try to DoorDash me and it's like $2 a time, I'm like, fuck y'all. I'm not taking that order.
No, not for $2. And that, and that $2 and then it's in the venta del carajo. It's far away.
Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't going to work.
What?
No travel crystal. Tyr must have used his own eyes to refract the energy. It was his final failsafe. I've got an eye. One! Odin forked out my other eye precisely to keep me from travelling. Sorry, lads. Thought that would work.
What did Odin do with your other eye?
He'd have kept it. In any of 100 places, I'm afraid.
We've come so far. There has to be a way.
Look, bit of a long shot. And here, that cease and grave, sometimes blocked, lurking around in that mountain when Odin came for his visits. Maybe they know something.
Rock the Fiji.
Okay.
Just see how I do. I gotta make money because I'm digging in my account right now. I got a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm not even working like from home like I was, type shit, you know?
Hey guys, question for you. Anyone know where we can find the mirrors at?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at least it helps a little bit.
That's... As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a... He showed it to me, you see, and I... Declined. Sorry. Will you excuse me? Oh.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment. Now, that not being a weapon and the Aesir being a bunch of pock-speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know we got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Sorry about that. Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
Inside? Oh no!
We'd better go see what the world serpent has to say about that. Well, lads, I don't know what lies ahead, but now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for the worst. Anything you need to do, I'd do it now. Once more to the horn. Steady. He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you roll into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
So, are we really doing this? Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this. You sure this is a good idea?
No.
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah. I've never been in the Giant's Belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one that was not trying to eat me.
You really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Here we go. Funny. I used to dream about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing
I'm
to...
not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child. Let's find that statue.
Ah, smells not as bad as I thought it'd be. Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
You're so weird. The water kind of burns in here. That is water, isn't it?
Aye.
There, the hammer.
Maybe if that was closer.
Father, there! Mimir, any idea where Odin hid your eye?
No, it's not like I can still see through it.
Yep, that's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping. Gently now, gently. Thank you, brother. You don't miss depth until it's gone.
Now we can decipher those Niflheim. And the travel rune is here too. You wanna go? How's it feel, Mimir?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm feeling whole again, but it's a right improvement.
The Bifrost is intact.
It'll serve.
Then we have all we need.
Finally, we're going to Jotunheim. There's no stopping us now.
Laddie, have you ever heard the term tempting fate?
So how do we get back out?
We signal.
Hold on! What's going on? Well, that was mildly terrifying. Maybe our presence is upsetting Jormungandr's belly.
No. Something is wrong.
What's happening to him?
Nothing good! Glad that's over.
Is he getting hit? What is that?
We must hurry.
Couldn't agree more, brother.
Oh shit, Kage.
Hello?
Yes.
What?
Okay, honey, so you're all set. Send me a video
Do you choose to answer? It's not like I have Sam holding a gun at your head to wake up. Cause she's your only bane. I know, but the PTSD lives in your head. Oh shit. She seems like the type of chick that's like, what's her name? Big Baby D from Next Friday. She don't give a fuck about that restraining order. She's still coming for you. That's how you describe it. You call her, hey, you say she's a white girl, she can get out for good behavior. Oh damn.
I'm looking for my son. The two of you. You helped me see things.
Oh damn.
The woods and fields speak his name. I know he walks here in Midgard.
Oh, there we go. I'm at that big boss battle with Boulder. That's alright. Mobile. It was quick. Huh? Well, what happens is, okay, let's say if I continue to put extended pressure, even if, let's say, you're not working, you know how we get up and we just, like, lift bags and stuff like that? The constant movement will keep sending the nerve endings to go up, and then it's gonna put a shock into not only my collarbone, but into my shoulder. Yeah, it's time to beat Boulder's ass.
Don't run away.
Oh, you know the Mass Effect thing is going on the next sale, so that means you'd be able to experience your Miranda chasing. Are you waiting for that Nintendo Direct? What's supposed to be big hitting that? Yo, Kage, I never lost a match so far on Pokemon Unite. Okay, I know the other ones can run perfectly well because they don't require that much strength, but DMC4 had a lot more, you know, that takes a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, because I already got the whole series on the P except for 5, but I have every other one except that. No. What I was saying, you said you're hoping that they announce 4, but if they do, can the Switch handle DMC4? Because that's far different than the trilogy, especially production-wise. Well, I know what you mean, but I'm saying it's like, think about it. DMC 1, 2, and 3 were already made from, like, say, they were just PS2 games that were upgraded, and of course the Switch could run something to that level perfectly, but I'm talking about a game that was like, that was one of the earliest where, you know, Capcom was putting hard you know how they did the same production for Resident Evil 5 and shit going forward? Devil May Cry 4 was the first one that pushed it. So that's what I'm saying. For the Switch, I mean, you'd expect them to be able to run Yakuza 1 and 2, but it's not even handling Yakuza 1 and 2. And DMC is graphically more enhanced than that.
I can feel this.
Mm-hmm. They broke the internet. Oh yeah.
What's going on? Is Freya trying to kill us?
Do you hear the wind? We are moving.
That air. Auger punch. Or mistletoe?
In the quiver strap, yes. Mistletoe harmed him.
Freya said it was wicked.
He's more than halved. The spell is broken.
He can be killed.
I'm certain of it. It's all coming back now.
Now he remembers.
Damn, I feel kind of bad. I'm about to literally kill a guy who leaves me no choice, but killing him starts the end of the world. Ain't that a bitch? Like, you can... what's his name? Boulder. Well, I'm saying, if you destroy Zeus, Olympus falls. So yeah, the Pantheon was tied to his life. But the fate of the Norse world is on Baldur's shoulders, because Baldur, if he dies, it initiates Ragnarok. Basically, but their end of the world is basically war from everybody. It's not like Olympus. Everybody will be fighting. Basically the whole Norse world gets purged. Mm-hmm. You son of a bitch, stay still. Oh shit.
You wanna go swimming? No. You wanna go swimming? I'll take you to the pool. It's whatever you want.
Oh shit, this motherfucker.
Whatever you want.
Damn it, Balder.
Go to Michael's, because all I want to do is just take, take a little outing. Either you
Huh?
to go to the pool or to Michael's.
My niece and mom.
But this year, I need this for tomorrow. So leave it right here. Alright, so this guys, I'm gonna see if I can find that, yeah, in that, there's a thing that works about the kids.
Hmm. Wait, what show? I didn't even hear you. My mom watches it all the time. Problem is, I can't sleep while that's playing. Because it's like, okay, you know that feeling you get when you're trying to lay down and someone's watching it and then something interesting pops up, you can't help but turn around and look? Yeah. But that's the time people want to watch it, is at night. No, yeah, but at night is when, like, when I'm trying to go to sleep, that's when they start playing Law and Order. Shh. Get this dead giant's hand out of my face. Oh yeah, I seen some of those. I think I seen that episode. Did you see the religious zealots episode where the cop made the mistake and accidentally killed the person she was trying to save? Yeah. Like the blonde cop, not the brunette one that's usually the lead. Yeah, I think that's the name. Get these damn tree monsters off my back. You little shit. Get off me. Who? Oh. Damn, I pinned homeboy to the wall with that axe. Get over here. Ah, shit. You would think if you got the ability to feel again, you would be grateful that we took it away from you. But no, this asshole still wants to try to kill us, even though he can easily die now. You are a moron. I mean, you know the world can end if you die, so why the fuck would you not peace out? I mean, can you imagine if you're Odin and the end of the world event is not supposed to happen for another 150 years, and then you find out, wait, what? My son died? Oh shit, it's the end of the world. Cause that means Thor's gonna be mad. They said when Thor comes, Thor's gonna be mad as fuck. I see so many fat guy memes coming out of this. No, there's gonna be the somebody prominent, by my understanding. They show his name on the character sheet where it shows when they put out all the photos of the characters, it said God of War Ragnarok, it says Thor, and at the name it says the top of the person who plays the voice. See, I mean, it's like the people who say the things, like, you know, who have been arguing about Ragnarok, they only know Norse mythology because of fucking the Marvel movies. It's like, oh, why doesn't Thor look like Chris Hemsworth? Oh, we better hope this God of War Odin is Anthony Hopkins. I'm like, what? Don't get me wrong, Anthony Hopkins could probably do the voice of a menacing Odin for this, but that's it. But the Chris Hemsworth Thor would not fit in the God of War universe. I wouldn't know, because there's only one other female character that's been introduced. Okay, so far there's 2 female characters. We know now there's Ambigoda, there is Freya, and she's not the voice of any of those. My only bet is that she could be Hela, the goddess of death. Because remember, the goddess of death actually does have a part in Ragnarok, and we see, and she's also known to exist in this universe, and she's Loki's daughter, actually, in the real shit. So, you know how in the Marvel movies they change it to where Thor and Hela are brothers? No, that's Loki's daughter. That's what I'm telling you. The birthing of these individuals in the next game will have to be through a magical sense, because for one, Ambigoda and Atreus are already still too young to do anything like that. So it's got to be done through probably like their powers or something like that. Their powers mix and it could create life. It's probably the simplest things they could do. Because I mean, you legally can't get away showing 2 15-year-olds. Getting away with that, and guess what? I don't care if it's God of War. I know Kage's not a game developer. Damn. And now I'm beating this guy with my bare hands till he can't fucking breathe. And this is where you see Loki's first time using animal control. If you look closely, can I get the scene? His eyes turn yellow when he commands animals. Or they turn white. How the fuck did he know how to speak giant? And of course the snake would be like, yo, my daddy's calling! Yo, if I had a snake like that, if that snake said, I'll protect you, I'm your dad, you're my son, I'm like, bruh, eat that motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
Stop. Please.
He's being father.
You will not come for us again. You will not touch her.
I don't need your protection.
It's funny how my cat takes care of himself.
They won't stop interfering in my life.
I was just trying to protect you.
I swear, if he's crashed, I'm laughing. I'm gonna be laughing.
I've made
and
mistakes.
overjoyed because,
I know.
Well, that's a little...
But you're free now.
Everyone can't be spick and crap.
You have what you want. Try to find forgiveness. We can build something new.
John?
No. We can't. Because I will never forgive.
Hey, he disappeared.
And plus, it took me long and hard to think about this one decision, and I wouldn't have done it otherwise. I was like, you know what? Fine. If people want me to play certain games, they frickin' persuaded me to create a Cash App devoted to YouTube. I said that I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that unless it was asked of me. It was asked. Because I'm like, okay, I mean, people want me to do stuff for them. They gotta contribute. Especially with how money is nowadays. And if I, yeah. And here's the thing, since I can't physically go back to work. Yeah. That's the thing, she probably has, okay, arthritis can when arthritis is like, it depends where it's at. She probably wears a brace. Then what do they allow her to do? That's what I'm saying. It's like, do they have her doing a job that lets her get off of her leg? Because within my case, it's like, obviously, one, I'm a guy and she's a lady. There's a difference. They're gonna give her more of the leeway. They're gonna give her.
He chose this.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh, no, I just sat back in the chair. And then what if you get smacked today with them like devil, because it would make think about it. If they're putting Devil May Cry more on the thing, wouldn't you think you add a character to Smash to promote the sales of another game? They what? They did what now? Hmm.
In her eyes, yes. But she could never make that choice. We should finish this training while I still have strength.
Now, what if you get smacked even harder and they tell you this, like, we won't give you Dante, but you'll get Nero. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying it would be unexpected. You're hoping for Dante, but you get better. You reek of foreign magic. I could tell you, I think we had that when we were talking about the Devil May Cry. I think I'm pretty sure I think that's the only way people could accept the reboot universe if they was going to continue the plan of setting up the two-dimensional crossovers. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get ready.
Oh, right.
I remember that.
Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, I haven't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
It's like you gotta take. It's almost like take one over the other type situation they had with that. You could have just took Devil May Cry out and called it DMC, because none of the original titles, all the original titles flat out say Devil May Cry, and then it has the title of what the game is or a number. This one you could have just called it DMC. We know what that's saying. We know what the words mean, even though they're cut off into just 3 letters. We know.
A word, please, before we continue.
Or some shit, yeah.
Last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruin in the moment. Why don't I wait for you here?
That's one of them too.
True. But if someone were to fight,
My lady sips salt perfect swatches. You done did.
Sorry. We had to see this.
Yeah.
Oh no. Fine, damn it. Fine.
watch the head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that game was already playing with multi-dimension parallel universe because of Earth, because of the real world and Limbo. Limbo was basically the other world. It was basically the real world just upside down. Mm-hmm. There's only one thing that I mean, DMC, okay. People, it's like, why in the main timeline they don't give us like an expansion or something that tells us Virgil's story, or hell, his own game from his point of view, where he goes on his journey on his path to power, but all the way up to the events of DMC3. But then the reboot that nobody really prefers, they went ahead and they decided to give you a whole expansion of his background, or at least, or his descent into madness, basically.
Look, we're on the giant's fingers. I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there. We did it.
We did.
What are you doing? Can we go now? We're so close.
Boy. Boy.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now. Hello? Anybody here?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at home. Opening door, ruining everything for everyone.
Of course, Odin and Thor ruin everything, Atreus. It's them. Yeah, but it's funny how it takes other myths to Kratos to lighten up to at least other gods.
I'm not sure they did.
He does. I mean, let's just say he's. Is there a term for a godly racist?
Who's the guardian?
He, or just something, because he thinks all gods are the same, no problem, no thing, to basically fuck off. That's basically how he feels. He's like, oh, you motherfuckers are the same.
I should feel that, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened? My mom sent us here.
One question is answered, then two more take its place.
Wait! Father! Something's happening.
Not Takage, Libra, not Takage. All gods' lives matter. I said, not Takage. You remember, because... Yeah. Hmm.
That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. How? And our fight with Baldur. It just happened. Wait. Didn't everything else come to happen? The dragon in the mountain? The stone mason?
I know, I see what you mean.
This is your story.
I get there. What does it all mean?
That guy was not the only one with secrets.
There were gods.
She was a giant.
And take Nicki Minaj as a bonus.
Oh yeah.
I'm a giant.
There's just some motherfuckers born old, and he falls in that category. But I'm saying his appearance looked no different. I'm saying the term is they're just born old.
Mother would have had good reasons.
Yeah, it's true.
Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, knowing she was in the ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust her. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
See, see that mural on the wall proves it. Damn, it was for a split second. People think that that mural shows the death of Kratos. That's not Kratos. The appearance on the wall that is Kratos is far different. That appearance looks more like Tyr, if anything. So probably Tyr dies in the next game, helping Atreus and Kratos, and through that, because it shows the birth of the World Snake. So that means Atreus' power will create the World Snake. So people just need to use their fucking brains. Oh, wait a minute. Modern audiences don't. I forgot about that.
We do it together. Son.
Get that footage. Yo, I heard somebody... I gotta find this video. I meant to send it to you. There was a video of somebody saying low tier god has been stalking them. No, I'm not fucking with you. I decided because I went in to type in like say low tier god, and oh, I think I found. Oh shit! Never mind. Speak of the devil. I think I found it. He was beefing with somebody called Demigod Productions. But it was yesterday, a video that says the beef is over. Because Dale's just not going to know when to shut up. The question for another day. No, chat. Kage does not choke chickens. What do you mean he sounds like one of those black hicks? Oh, is it just because he's from Kansas? Hold on a second, I'm looking at something right here. Kage left. Damn, Kage. What? What? I know, that just shows how fast. That just be like, really, Kage? If you wake up immediately thinking I summoned you for the notification thing, you jump to the comments in 2 seconds. Thank you. You what? Oh, well then there you go. I didn't damage any insight.
All gods matter.
What happened, Lemire?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to
Hello?
bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody...
What? All gods matter? I'm just joking. How's it going, guys?
Oh shit. There we go.
What's up, John?
I had to make sure. I thought thought I heard the front door, and everybody left. That's why I was like, what the fuck that sound was.
Oh, there's that music again. Oh man, that never gets old. Fucking Sephiroth. Yeah, that's good shit. Oh my gosh, get this. I saw the title. Now DSP he thinks he's a waiter, so you're expected to tip him. He really believes this. I'm not joking. This is DSP. Come on.
Well, I just caused the end of the world.
I think if he's doing that, that means he's probably reaching the end of his ropes for tips. If he's begging that.
What's funny is, Libra, I couldn't. Here's the thing. You know how I said that I would not open up any kind of way of allowing people to put money for the games they want me to play unless I got to 1,000.
Right.
I mean, so I'm 50 away, and I was pushed to be like, they're like, oh, you're only some people were sending me messages saying, look, you're only 50 away, just open something. So I was like, fine. They had me open up, literally, it's for my channel, that Cash App thing, so anybody can give me whatever.
It's optional, John. You're not like DSP.
It's optional, exactly.
You're not DSP that says every day, oh, please give me tips, I gotta pay my bills.
And I send screenshot. Let's say if somebody was like, John, we're gonna help you pay for Ragnarok, I will quite literally show the download process. I'll be like, right here.
You're gonna be a good example, John, of what not to do, because DSP, I hate to say it, in some ways, going to be a bad role model for.
He was already a bad role model. When was he ever a good role model? Yeah. Now
well,
I'm gonna test.
He cried in front of that Street Fighter guy. That guy had the muscles. I remember.
So Libra.
Yeah.
After 5, which you've known how many runs both on stream and personal runs I've done of God of War. After all these runs, do you think now I'm beyond the Valkyrie's levels?
From what I saw, I'd say yes.
Unless they pull that. See, that's one thing I just hate. How is it that you have a move? Because you know how Kratos, when he gets grabbed, you're supposed to tap circle to break out of it, yet the Valkyrie can instantly jump on you. I can have full health, full rage. She just kicks my neck and breaks it.
I don't know what to tell you with that, John.
I was saying, how does that happen? I don't think Kage ever saw that happen.
It's a running theme with John sometimes. For some reason, video games go against their program when it comes to John. We have no idea why it does.
And it's been documented.
I saw it. I saw it. Yeah,
Kage.
I saw it.
Like, let's say if you're playing Smash, Kage, and you're used to one of the hardest characters in the game, you know they have to do a certain. It's not like they're gonna adapt to you. They have a certain playstyle you can adjust and counter. You just gotta learn. No, the fucking Valkyrie, it's like she's fucking programmed by a damn Dark Souls developer. She will do all the powers of all her Valkyries against you. No, I was saying, give it that equivalent. That's what I want to know. Like, what's the highest character you have dealt with in that? I could give. That's your equivalent. My equivalent description. That's like dealing with the Valkyrie Queen. Yep, and here comes Thor. Oh, and come and find out, Libra, this years later thing was a future Flash Atreus was having. Because if you look at the Ragnarok trailer and you see Thor again at the door, Atreus is older. Even though he doesn't look older here, this scene is what's to come. This is how they encounter Thor the first time. He does come roll up at that crib. And I can tell here he's kind of fat. He's wearing armor to suppress his gut. But look at his fucking hands. That's the hands of a fat man. And now I can just run around and do all that bonus shit again. Mind you, I can also duplicate the Infinity Stones.
Oh man, so technically you could have 2 Infinity
If you beat the that's what I'm saying. No, I can only have 1 to equipped, but I can go back and get other that means I can get dupes of the same stones and then fill up all my armor slots with Infinity Stones.
Oh man.
You know I went into like, cause this is God of War did one. That's God of War. I think from now on you have to have at least God of War's form of open world.
Gotcha.
Even though I missed the chapter-based stuff, you can't take open world out of God of War now. The only game I heard that does a pretty good interpretation of the Norse legend is surprisingly Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But I haven't played it yet. I wait for that to go on sale. Like, I wait for the Ultimate Edition to go on sale for like 2025 because that means I get all the expansions.
I was gonna say, if you ever get an opportunity to play that one Assassin's Creed that has difficulty spikes, you probably could pull it off.
Which one?
The one that, you know, kind of sort of forces you to microtransactions, or you have to grind quite a bit.
I have Odyssey and Origins, and I didn't have a problem with grinding.
No,
and
but what they make you do is kind of like power grind a bit, you know, kind of like. Remember those very old school RPGs, John?
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. But I didn't have, like, I didn't get stuck like people did. Like, everywhere people were saying these are the spots they were getting stuck at, I was like, these are the parts that I'm breezing.
Yeah.
And the shit is, even if I did get stuck, I would save up enough side quests and level up instantly. And plus, I got to the point where I now have a permanent, like, I did stuff in the Assassin's Creed other 2 games where now, every time I level up now by 100% fast, 100% more, and I passively get, what's it called? The currency, and anytime I get currency in the game, it's tripled.
I guarantee you, Activision eventually is going to pull that off, where you're literally gonna have no option but to buy the microtransaction. There'll be no way around it because they'll make.
Well, remember all the gambling court system stuff that happened? They can't push it. They can only try to be slick with it. But if the thing is, EA's fuck up what they did with Battlefront was a benefit to the gaming community. Why? Because now you have actual people involved trying to fix it.
Right, yeah, I forgot about that law thing. So it's official now. They can't, like.
Well, no, they have to limit it. You can only. The thing is, there's nothing against costumes or clothing or cosmetics. That's the one thing that it doesn't fall under. But anything that gives you an advantage is barred in most places.
Well, you know me, John. Every game that I played so far I haven't bought any single microtransaction And I'm not doing it for Tales.
Neither have I. It's funny how that's the thing. For years, this thing I was, and you've seen me play Battlefront 2. I was always accused of buying microtransactions to strengthen my characters. Did I never bought a single fucking crate with cash in that game, and my characters I got all my characters to purple rank.
Yeah, I think there's a way, this current game I'm playing, Tales of Rise, I believe there is a way to beat the game, but if it's true and I do have the power grind, oh well, I'll do that. I don't care. That kind of gives me replay value.
Like, somebody said, and somebody said in Battlefront 2, oh, you can't earn the currency needed to buy the crates. I was like, yeah, you can. You see that thing in the corner? It's called a challenge. It says get 30 kills, which is easy to do. Get 30 kills, you'll get this amount of currency. You at least do 5 challenges, you get close to at least $5 worth of what real world currency would have been. So, and I showed it in a video that it could be done, and they were like, nope, this video's a lie, it's edited. I was like, it's recorded live, how's it edited, you fucker?
Oh man.
And then when I play Battlefront 2, I usually 9 times out of 10 end up in the top 3 or the top 5 most of the time. Heroes versus Villains is usually where I get number 1. So I would, mind you, I'm winning all the time. I'm getting all that XP. I'm the fuck.
Kage, I was gonna ask about that free-to-play game that Jacob's so into. How's that game structured?
Genshin Impact?
Yeah, Genshin Impact.
It's an anime Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like Breath of the Wild, but if it was anime. I'm surprised nobody here besides me has jumped into Dauntless. It's a good Monster Hunter knockoff. Okay, best way I could describe it is take the graphics of if Monster Hunter had Fortnite's graphics. But it's meant to look, but the thing is, it's meant to look more fantasy than, you know how Monster Hunter still makes it look realistic with the monster design, like they look real looking. This one is more, they keep it more with fantasy type graphics and all that, and it doesn't look bad. The monsters look good in this game.
I seen Overwatch. I don't know, but there's certain games where it just looks way too stupid and cartoony. I don't know what it is about this.
There's only certain games that can pull that off.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Telltale games.
Well,
they
yeah,
don't use realistic looking graphics. They use comic book fantasy graphics.
Well, the reason I say it looks cartoony stupid because they don't just make them look cartoony. They make them look silly and stupid, like they're, I don't know, they look like they're on ADD or something.
Yes, let's play on every battle
I can't wait to splurge a bit on that week in Japan sale. Oh man, I'm gonna definitely get at least 2 games out of there on the week.
There's been vehicular manslaughter on Kage's half. You know what's funny? He played very well in All-Stars, so I think he would fit well in Smash if they put Isaac Clarke from Dead Space, because he was a fighter in PlayStation All-Stars. No, but I'm saying, like, if the role, either if it was different, but I'm saying Isaac Clarke can fit in that setting because he played well in the PlayStation version. So he should come. If they do another one, they should bring him back.
I agree.
Zeus, him and Zeus were a DLC character. The characters, and there was one thing at the time from the. It had one thing over the current Smash at the time, because what Smash game was out at that time? There was always a Smash game. 4, but I'm saying they have subtitles. They don't just have the number. Okay, that's the one. Yeah. So, okay, so, but the thing is, All-Stars, they controlled faster than the Smash characters. They felt appropriate to their speeds, and their powers were more unique to them. And you didn't think how many characters they could you didn't think they could pull off characters like Kratos and Sweet Tooth fighting. Shit. Wait, where is that realm at? Alfheim, Vanaheim, Muspelheim, Niflheim.
He's convinced the giants hold the key to changing his fate when Ragnarok comes. They are the Aesir's oldest enemies after all, and it's their army that's supposed to do him in the end. But more than that, he covets the gods. He wants to know what they know and see what they see. So
Odin is such a hypocrite. Thor's mother is a giant, yet he kills all the fucking giants. And mind you, he was in love with Thor's mother, Odin, despite being a giant. Yo, Kage, you shouldn't be saying that, Kage. Don't be racist, Kage. How are you a sexist? When at one point have you been fucking sexist? No, you hate dumb broads. Damn it, people can't hear you, right? Fuck, this is shit you should be saying. I'm getting myself buzzed enough because I am not gonna enjoy fighting these Valkyries again. I just don't care if I have the power. They pissed me off the first time. You know what the name they would use now? It's not, no. They're actually using the wrong term. You know what you would think they would falsely accuse you of? You would be more falsely accused to be a male chauvinist, if anything. but you're not at the end of the day. But they're actually using the wrong thing to describe you. You could be mistaken for more of a male chauvinist.
Exactly. What? And here's the thing. I don't like
Exactly. Even though you feel bad for me because you know it's unfair that I have to live beneath two obnoxious cross-dressers. That's something you feel bad for. We're in the same boat. Yeah, let me tell you something that happened the other day. You're gonna laugh at this. See, the good thing of being the last child in general, you still get benefits well into adult years. My dad knows my shoulder is messed up. My mom knew my shoulder was messed up. So the shit was, the day Pinhead came out for fucking Dead by Daylight, I was at my cousin's house and I decided to call my dad. I was like, "Hey Pop, you don't mind if I borrow some money to get Pinhead for the game?" Because he knows I like to stream it. So he knows I like streaming new stuff. So he didn't have it. No, he had it. But then my mom calls me back. And she says, "Do you still need that Pinhead thing?" So I didn't say nothing. I ended up collecting $10, 5 from both. Bought Pinhead. And, what was it? Mafia 2. So either way, I left with I wanted one thing, left with both. Oh, that used to work so good for me in my PS2 days. Oh yes, Kage.
You're always going to be labeled. You're always going to be Kage. You're always going to be labeled sexist or racist. Today's society is too stupid.
Kage, did they ever have a field? Did they still have field days when you were in high school? Okay, there's this one day out of the year where my middle school and high school that I went to, it's like one day of the year. I think it's before the summer hits or something like that, or it's the last day of school or last week of school. They basically turn the school into some kind of amusement park, circus, shit like that. So you set up the, tell me this, how the fuck did we get lucky? They set up the gymnasium with all the screens and the projectors that had all the fighting games. Man, when they put Budokai 3 up on screen, my boy looked at me, he already knew my neck was cracking.
It's like, let's get this started.
Let's get this going. I want to see some tears.
Oh, what do you want, Cat? Cat, come on.
We had, this was the very last time we played Soul Calibur 3 was at that time because they had Soul Calibur 3 set up. Oh, we moved to that. That was the time that I really used to, that was like the only time I ever deeply got invested with playing Soul Calibur. So I would say Soul Calibur 3 would be the only one I can play right. I
was gonna say, you know what series I miss and it's never gonna come back? SOCOM. I miss that.
I'm surprised they don't remake or port that 300 player versus that 300 player multiplayer. Yes.
Right. Yeah, they don't. That Meg is dead too. It's just. And that's too bad because it had like 200 something players.
It was like a mini Planet Side.
Oh, really?
Cause remember Planet Side 2? The game that has 2,000 players fighting? I think Kage would drop dead if he jumped in there.
I remember that.
There's a free-to-play game, Kage. Could you be in a battlefield with 2,000 people fighting at the same time? No, not 200. I said 2,000. Yes, 2,000. There's like, and mind you, what they don't tell you is it's 2,000 per team, and there's 3 factions in the game. So if you're on a big map, each faction's fighting. That's up to 6,000 people fighting. I would dare you to jump into that shit. I'll be like, Kage, I'm coming. All you see is red guys, blue guys. And when it's at night, it's no better because there's an enemy faction that focus on shadow stuff, and oh my god, it's at night. The only light you get is the blaster fire. That's the only way you better figure out where to fucking go. Kage, a ship of 100 players could drop right on top of you. I would say stick with the largest army of your players, because you could see you could see the players on your army. So if, like, let's say you're on the red team and you see all a bunch of, well, obviously on your screen they'll look blue on the map and the enemy will look red. So if you're about to bunch around a bunch of blue marks, you'll be safe.
And I'm probably gonna go take a nap. I may join a little bit later, but I'm gonna go for
Okay, I got a lot of things to torment Kage with. and the shit is, they don't know he's on the mobile, so people are gonna think I'm hiding talking to myself, which that could be a possibility.
Yeah, I noticed that before I got on this part chat, it looked like you were talking to yourself. It's like, I figured you're talking to somebody else, but he's on mobile. Anyways, John.
He might have to switch the console anyway. All right. Damn. No, I'm just saying. Damn, I haven't had Subway. Yo, they closed down the best Subway over here for a pizza place. They can't hear you. Alright. Elven name. Oh, Kage. You might have to give this a chance. They made an anime of Star Wars. Visions. It's called Star Wars Visions. The first episode, I think, might be the thing that would draw you in, because it's like an anthology series, and every episode is a different story, and it's done by a different anime studio. So each episode is a different anime style. And they got a bunch of, they got, I guess, some of the top studios in Japan. Yo, they fight, the animated fights, I was like, god damn, they didn't fuck around. I mean, that first episode was some Seven Samurai shit. Oh, they do force powers on par with him in this anime. Darth Maul. Oh no, they do shit that's beyond them. Okay, here's the thing. How can you have a lightsaber duel in space? They showed that 2 strong Force users can create a Force bubble with enough oxygen because these 2 characters were lightsaber fighting on top of a starship in space. And that takes a lot of power. Okay. Alright. Yeah, go ahead.
Here we are.
It smells bad.
I unlocked the realm of fog. Now I need to go find those Muspelheim tokens, which I think I know where they're at. I need 1 more. The World Tree.
Can't believe Odin and Frey were even there.
Love and hate are more closely intertwined than you might imagine. And since Odin hates the giants and they him, but Thor's own mother was the giantess Björgun, one of Odin's great loves.
So Thor's half god and half giant? Weird.
Once Björgun was gone, lonely ages passed. And as war with the Vanir raged, I could see what he really wanted because he's lost. after no small amount of convincing, they agreed.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to look for something real quick on my phone.
Nobody's here. Did I get the time wrong? No, you followed directions perfectly. While searching for video snippets for my last theory about the origins of the Hellwalkers, I found something weird that's probably nothing important, but here I come to make a much bigger deal about it. Now that I have that in place, here's what I want to say about this theory. It's huge! No, but all joking aside, what I found is at least interesting, and here it is, When Kratos and Atreus meet the only humans in the game, one of them addresses two others by their names, and here they are. Sigmund, you're nice! I should say that when doing the Google search, their names came out spelled with a minor different letter. For Sigmund, the E was removed, and for Gunther, the H was added. I don't think this is a big deal since Norse names have a bunch of different ways of translations. For example, the character Gunther can also be spelled as Gunnar, and Sigurd, another
Shit. Okay.
While at the wedding feast, Odin comes in disguise as an old man and plunges his sword Graham into a tree, and proclaims that whoever can pull it out can keep it as a gift. Everyone takes their turn, including the king, but Sigmund is the only one capable of pulling it out, and this makes the king jealous, so he offers Sigmund to buy it off his hands, but he refuses. So after 3 months have passed, the king invites all of the Volsung clan to his kingdom and kills Volsung and imprisons all of his sons, including Sigmund. The king orders his werewolf mother, yes, that's right, to kill one of his brothers each night. She kills all of them until Sigmund is the only one who remains. Then Sigmund's sister Signy covers her brother's face with honey, so that when the werewolf comes to kill him, it starts licking the honey off his face. And Sigmund sees an opportunity to kill the werewolf, so he bites her tongue off and kills it. After the escape, Sigmund moves to the forest to plan his revenge against the king. After a long period of time, his sister Signy shapeshifts and sleeps with her own brother. She gives birth to a son and they name him Sivtoli. He proves to be a worthy warrior, so Sigmund assigns him as his partner in the revenge plan for his mother Volsung. Later they keep on killing other clans and making a living out of it. They also come upon men sleeping in cursed wolf skins, and once they kill them, they wear the cursed skins and turns them into werewolf. It's a weird story, you know? Now, here's where it starts to get all soap opera pieces of the sword Graham together to make a great weapon. And the son's name is Sigurd. Now, does it make sense to say that this segment mentioned here is the same one as the one from the Norse legends? No, there just isn't enough information about it. The only thing that correlates to the one from the story is that he lives in a forest. Plus, if we follow the full story, we will notice that Sigmund and Gunther are a generation apart, meaning Gunther knows Sigmund's son, Sigurd, instead. Now, this is not a speculation on my part. There is another complicated soap opera story like the one I just read, so if you want, you can read it once you finish the video. But there is a section of the story that mentions how Sigurd helps Gunther get a wife, none other than the Valkyrie Brunhild. And no, I checked, she's not among the one Kratos gently ripped the wings off of. If one of these guys is the actual Gunther from the story, and you killed him, Brunhild would be pretty happy, because she hated him. So, could we have a Valkyrie as an ally in the next game? I'm not saying it will happen, I'm just mentioning that these are not all the Valkyries from the Norse legends, and I'm sure one of them would want to give Odin a piece of her mind for locking up her sisters in these cursed bodies. The other character of importance is Sigurd, because Sigurd is the warrior that kills the dragon Fafnir, and if you bother yourself to play some of the side missions of the game, you'll notice that Kratos releases the dragon Fafnir into the open. Let me go, you wee little bugger. Now this could be the events that sets in motion the fight between Sigurd and Fafnir. I think this has more of a probability of happening because Corey himself has said that even these seemingly meaningless side missions will have an effect on the overall story of the series. Hear that, Assassin's Creed? But honestly, I hope that Sigurd becomes a boss battle. You know how much I love a good boss battle, and Sigurd checks all the boxes for a cool one. Capable warrior, and has one of the most powerful swords in all of Norse mythology. But then again, the events that take place between Sigurd and Fafnir are dated to the 4th century AD, quite ahead of the pre-migration era of the series. But these are the kind of problems one has to face when time travel is involved. Sure, it seems impossible that these guys are back in time, but Mimir has said that something changed when Kratos killed Baldur. He mentions that Fimbulwinter wasn't expected for 100 winters.
Another prophecy. No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
So in the same way the events of the Volsung clan can be pushed back in time too, time is really flexible in Norse mythology, guys. Another explanation for their names being here is that Santa Monica is teasing some sort of DLC content or future spin-off. As you know, the new God of War has sold like hotcakes, and it would make sense to squeeze some more money out of it by giving us the story of Sigurd, one of the greatest warriors in Norse mythology, with the purpose to further build up the mythology. This to me seems the most unlikely, but you never know. Right now you may be asking yourself, so what's the conclusion? And honestly, there is none. I only know two things. Number one, these are not common Viking names. Like if you made a game about Cuba and named one of its characters, I don't know, Roberto, I could make a big deal out of it because there's a lot of people named him.
And you will never be disappointed.
Behind you, brother!
They caught you off guard.
I wasn't expecting them.
Exactly.
nothing but poison in this one, and the stupid bird statue.
And useful resources. The main reason we are here, boy. However, many of these chests have been emptied.
Probably by the Reavers. I hope they didn't take Sindri's whetstone.
Damn it. Now I gotta go back and play that shit I was watching again. Damn commercials.
Your skin. I crave being clear without irritation. CeraVe Acne Cleanser. Benzoyl peroxide treats my acne, while 3 essential ceramides and
Let me start with the obvious and say that to do these kinds of theory videos, you need a certain level of craziness in your mind when it comes to games. While everyone takes the game as a work of art and enjoys its cool moments like Kratos drinking wine, I have to take half of my brain and focus on little details that don't matter to the casual player, like this line.
What was that frozen thing that attacked you?
Okay. Without context, it seems crazy to make a theory out of it, so let's back up a bit. Atreus is around 11 years old. Ever since he was a little kid, his mother read him stories of Norse legends, which contained a lot of characters like, for example, he knows who Odin is and Thor, and many other gods. Aside from knowing the important figures in Norse mythology, he can also recognize every enemy in the game. For example, right before he says our line of examination, he says this.
Why would a fire troll burn Mother's garden? And since when are Draugrs so close to the house?
This means that he knows what a Draugr is and what a troll is. He even knows the name of these annoying floating eyes. So what is it about these guys that he doesn't recognize? I know my video title said theory, but it's more of a prediction for the next game, and here it is. In the next game, Kratos and Atreus will find themselves in Helheim, aided by the goddess Hel to free Fenrir. I know, it's a big assumption, but we have to keep in mind that the new series will be following the Norse mythos closer than in the Greek era. So let me do a recap of what happens in Norse mythology. First, Loki kills Balder, and Fimbulwinter starts, which is translated to 3 successive winters. Then the Asgardian gods lock up Loki and Fenrir in the underworld. With the passing of some time, they manage to escape, and they free old giants like Surtur and Jormungand to start the events of Ragnarok. I believe the new series is pointing in the same direction as the original tales, although more loosely based. Now, why do I think that this little line points us in that direction? Well, the very fact that Atreus doesn't recognize them tells me that these Hellwalkers have recently appeared in Midgard out of the blue. We can also know that they are not like the Draugrs. Draugrs are just regular people who died in a dishonorable manner and were excluded to enter Valhalla. Thus, they are cursed to walk the earth like this. The Hellwalkers, on the other hand, are not cursed, they are possessed. Let's listen to what the only humans in the game say. Now! The Hellwalkers, they're untouched. Look. First, one of them asks, are they Hellwalkers? Which tells me that this is a common fear among them. He didn't ask for Draugrs or any other mythological creature. In his next statement, we see why there's this fear of Hellwalkers. He exclaims, they are untouched. From this statement, we see that he is surprised that they are not sick with this curse, meaning this is more of a plague that has taken many captive. And if we think about it, it makes sense, since all the human camps we see in the game have been left in a hurry, with all their weapons lying on the ground. I think there's substantial evidence for this idea, since we know where these guys came from. If you keep playing a little more, you will see their camp. You can tell that they've left recently, since their campfire is still emitting smoke, and all the dead bodies seem bluish as if they were attacked with ice powers. We even see another Hellwalker popping out of a house identical to the ones that turned before this, and most importantly, the ones found in Helheim.
Stay alert.
More of those people?
Something else.
Now let me stop beating around the bush as to what happened. I think the goddess Hel possessed all of the humans in Midgard to attack Kratos and Atreus, but I don't think she did it to kill them. She was testing Atreus to see if he was really Loki. Now, why would she care about that prophecy? Because Loki is Hel's father. This would confirm the earlier guy exclaiming, they are untouched. These two are the only mortals not targeted by her. And yes, I know they are mostly gods, but they still have a little mortal in them. So let's assume that my theory is correct, and that Hel is behind all of this. It will make this story interesting because Loki / Atreus has already met one of his kids, Jormungand. If my theory is correct, he will meet in the next game his daughter Hel. If we follow the original story in Norse mythology, is that after Loki killed Baldur, the gods locked him and Fenrir in the underworld, Hel's domain, by the way. In the original story, it says that with the passage of some time, Loki and Fenrir escaped and freed all the giants. I want to bet that Santa Monica is going to use the ambiguity of Loki's escape and say that Hel did it, because she wants to start Ragnarok. However, I do not think the game will be identical to the story. I think Kratos and Atreus will find themselves exploring Helheim and will meet the goddess Hel the same way you met Jormungand. So you will always be moving them in a position that will end up releasing Fenrir, Loki's other son, causing the death of Kratos and the start of Ragnarok. We have to keep in mind that Tori has said that Jormungand is not telling you everything. Perhaps the three siblings are working on a plan to take down the gods of Norse mythology, kinda like Gaia and Kronos in past games. I don't know, it's just a thought. I know these are a lot of assumptions to get from a single line in the game, but I do think the theme of winter and cold is always present in the game. Kratos' axe is made from the breath of 20 frost trolls or something. The game ends in Fimbulwinter and more cold references. So, what do you guys think? Is my line of reasoning messed up, or is this a possibility? Let me know down there in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share it with more God of War nerds. And maybe check out more of my videos, like these other theories and my top 10s. And that's it. Goodbye. Use a pair of your blades to burn away that Hell's bramble blocking the path. So the new God of War game has been out for a month and a half now, and the director has gone on record saying that the game contains many clues that point to the future of the story of the series. But instead of looking for them, I've been drooling over cool little details of the game. Do they really break out? But I think that moment that jumps out as a complete mystery is the trumpet call. Somebody just called the serpent. It is obvious that the developers have left this part purposely ambiguous to have some wiggle room in the future games as to who did it. I'm sure that it will end up being a completely new character like Nijor or Atreus from the future. Whoa, that would be a cool theory. But anyways, I'll try and work it out from the content we have. So without further ado, the mystery person who sounded the trumpet was Moody, attempting to kill Jormungand to deflect the shame caused by failing to protect his brother Magni. Let me explain. The main reason Magni and Moody are in Midgard is to help Baldur find this alleged giant walking about the realm, aka Kratos. As you know, the two brothers engage in a fight, and it doesn't end well for Magni. Now, right after this, we see his brother Moody in two more times, at Tyr's temple and inside the mountain, all beat up. Now, the assumption that every player will make is that Thor beat him up, simply because Atreus says this.
Looks like he did more than that.
But we have to notice that Moody doesn't respond to that assumption. It is also improbable that Thor beat up Moody since it could have only happened in two scenarios. So let's analyze them and show that they don't make much sense. Scenario number 1. Thor came from Asgard to Midgard to give Moody a good old Asgardian spanking. If this is the case, why didn't just Thor go around Midgard looking for Kratos and Atreus to kill them, since he's the only one qualified to take down a titan like Kratos? Since this epic fight didn't happen, we can conclude that Thor didn't visit Moody in Midgard. Scenario number 2 is that Moody went to Asgard and Thor beat him up there. But this scenario runs into a wall when we realize that the tower to Asgard is locked. And you may say, yeah, it's locked to the player, but not to a god. But we have evidence that these gods don't have easy access to other realms, since Baldur, the most beloved gods of Norse mythology, has to fight Kratos for his Bifrost to travel to Jotunheim. It is safe to make the assumption that these three gods have been locked in Midgard for hundreds, even thousands of years. Regardless of the improbability of these two scenarios, we have to face the fact that Thor and Moody weren't physically present. That's easy. This is a world of magic, where communication across realms can be easily achieved, or even have a throwback hologram conversation like in God of War 2. Now, why do I think that Moody tried to kill Jormungand? Well, right before the fight against the brothers, we hear them talking about not disappointing father. Now, how do you think Thor felt when one of his sons died? and Kratos and Atreus got away. Pretty disappointed, so the next logical step for Moody is to try and rectify one of his wrongs. So he attempts to kill Kratos, and, well, let's just say that Kratos makes sure that his stomach hurts for a long, long time. So now Moody sees himself in a pickle. Number one, he failed to protect his brother. Number two, he failed his main missions to stop Kratos twice. The only thing that would begin to appease his father's anger is if he kills Thor's longtime nemesis, Jormungandr. So he sounds the trumpet to fight him. And all the time that Freya is tending to Atreus, Moody and Jormungandr are going at it. But this too results in failure since the snake is the size of a realm. So he crawls back into the cave for protection when he sees Kratos and Atreus walking about. And Atreus finally puts an end to his mystery.
That's what I said to your mother, right before I gave it to her.
So what did you think? Does this make sense, or do you think it's too crazy? Let me know in the comments below. Sorry if you were expecting a longer theory, it's just that I'm still re-entering YouTube and getting used to making videos. If you like my beautiful voice and mediocre editing, you might want to check out my list for the best bosses of the game, or some of my other videos. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Goodbye.
And where do you think you're going?
Let us help you experience the wonders of the world, whether near or far, with 30 hotel brands and endless experiences. Where can we take you? Marriott Bonvoy. Tap to explore our 30 hotel brands.
So, God of War has a lot of interesting characters. We got a talking head, a germaphobe dwarf, and a gargling snake. But there is one character that's straight up mysterious. One that we know basically nothing of.
Alright, this is where I'm gonna save it. Because I got some things to do in a few minutes. I hope everyone enjoyed. This has been fun. Later.